Hi everyone. You guys are doing a great job in the discussion boards this week. We're talking about direct evidence and circumstantial evidence and the differences between them. A lot of the same topics keep coming up. So instead of writing individually to each of you, I figured I would just take a couple minutes to do a video message, let you know my thoughts, and then you get to see this beautiful face. So here we go. Direct and indirect or circumstantial evidence. I think you guys have a handle on it. Everyone has given great examples of it and whatnot. But when we're talking about the different types of evidence, you need to make sure you understand that circumstantial evidence is very powerful. And not only is it powerful, but it is something that can support direct evidence. For example, if you find a fingerprint on a scene, it doesn't mean the person committed that crime. Let's say the fingerprint was found at a crime scene, a murder or burglary. Just because you find that fingerprint of somebody who doesn't live in the house at the scene doesn't mean they did it. Now, you still need to investigate. You still need to go and talk to that person. You need to see if his story matches what he tells you and why he was there. If he says, I worked at that house 6 months ago, maybe I left it there, but the surface that he says he left it on doesn't match his story, or that there's no way that the person wouldn't have cleaned that area and erased that fingerprint. You need to find out. You still need to investigate, whether it be circumstantial evidence or not, or direct evidence. If he tells you that he was out of town the night that the crime occurred, you would need to check that. There may be his fingerprint on the scene from a previous encounter, but you still need to check that. The direct evidence itself doesn't make it that the person committed that crime. You still need to do police work, and I wrote that a couple times on several of the discussions. You still need to do that good police work of interviewing and investigating and finding out what happened. Number two, when we're talking about direct evidence and circumstantial evidence, we're talking about the CSI effect, and how with all of the television shows, and many of you had mentioned, we're all interested in criminology and crime scenes and things like that, and we watch all these crime shows, and I'm guilty of it too. I watch them as well. But I watch them and get frustrated because it doesn't quite work like it does on TV. People are expecting, juries are expecting, that every case is going to have that fingerprint evidence, that they're going to have the DNA, the fingerprints, the fibers, that's all going to be there. And that's just not the case. And just because we don't have that doesn't mean the crime didn't happen. It just means we weren't able to find it. And sometimes they'll say, oh, well, was there video of it? Well, no, there's not video of everything. I know when you watch CSI, there's always that traffic camera that caught the guy walking out of the building or something like that. That's just not a reality. And we still rely on many cases, we still rely on that interview, that interrogation, good police work, talking to people, witness statements, and it's not just the direct evidence. So I just wanted to cover that with you guys. You guys are doing a great job. Keep up the good work. I'll keep sending these to you, and hopefully you'll get something out of it, and I'll see you in the classroom.